What's going on, folks? Welcome back to another kaiju number 8 video. Alright guys, we got ourselves some big news. It's been happening for the last few days and we finally hit the campaign. That's right, there was a campaign going on that if we hit 1 million pre-registered accounts or pre-registered users, we would get ourselves a brand new free 5-star character of choice, selecting one of the characters below. So we have ourselves Rin, Jen, Kikuru, kaiju number 8, Mina, Shoshiro, Sao, and I believe these are all of the characters that are currently available in the game when the game drops. Now there's going to be some original characters and some characters from the actual anime, so keep that in mind as well too. And you guys can see right over here, we already got a Shoshiro here, a 4-star. This will be the 5-star version, by the way. And we got ourselves some more rewards as well too. So another 4-star here with Mina. We got ourselves 10 gacha tickets, dimensional crystals, which is probably going to be the currency that we use to summon. And of course, we got ourselves some credits, which is most likely going to be the quote-unquote gold that we're going to get to actually be able to play the game. Now, you can see right below here on the bottom right, the pre-register now button is available. You can pre-register on the App Store as well as the Google Play Store and Steam as well. I'm going to be playing this on Steam most likely and Google Play. Hopefully both accounts can be used at the same time with the same pre-registration. Or if they're two different accounts, I guess I'll be running two different accounts on two different platforms. I probably am going to try to go full free-to-play if possible. I'm going to see how free-to-play friendly this game is. A lot of us who are gacha players are always looking for something that's brand new and free-to-play. So really hoping for this to happen. Now, for some of you guys who have never heard of this, this is based on the very popular anime, which now has season 2 out, by the way. And we're going to look at some of the concepts, some things you should look forward to, and what this game is kind of all about, right? So we kind of saw the original trailer from the gameplay. I'm going to go back to that trailer, kind of highlight some of the things that we discussed before, and kind of give you guys a general sense of what's going on. I'm also going to be looking at some tier lists, creating some different content for you guys in terms of guides, putting together team builds, and then trying to run everything as free to play to give you guys the best possible concept in terms of team building and what the best methods are to complete, whether it's story mode, whether it's bosses, gear farming, whatever the case may be. You know there's going to be a lot of that. Now, in terms of the gacha, I'd imagine there's probably going to be characters as well as what we're going to see very often, which is going to be weapons. So those two gachas are going to exist, and there are different varieties of stars of characters. Of course, you saw there's going to be rares, heroics, and then of course the 5 stars, which is probably going to be your legendaries. And then the same thing happens with weapons. There's rares in blue, there's heroics, which is going to be your purples, and then 5 stars, which is going to be your legendary weapons. Each of them bringing something new to the table, including a lot of passives and different stats, right? But you guys can see here the concept is crush colossal kaiju with a game-changing blow in this kaiju slaying battle RPG. Now, if you're not aware of this, and this is your first time seeing this game, it is going to be a turn-based RPG. All right, it's not an action RPG. I know some of you guys hate turn-based, but I'm personally a lover of turn-based RPGs. I have been my whole life. So in a world where peace is constantly disrupted by kaiju, the monstrous beings of despair emerge without warning, devouring cities and lives. Their colossal forms shake the earth, trampling all in their path, but humanity will not yield. The Defense Force harnesses the power of kaiju to confront these towering threats, meeting size with honed skill. Size is no match for will. A single spark of determination can turn the tide. Clench your fist, grab your weapons, annihilate colossal threats with all your might. So that is the concept of the game. Pretty straightforward, right? Fight monsters with monsters, and obviously cool characters. So you guys can see there is a story here. Of course, there's going to be the main story, there's going to be the memories, plus character stories as well too. So the main story essentially is the main mode of the game, where you'll discover a story that unfolds within the appearance of original characters. Now remember, it is original characters, okay? So they're not going to be only about the main characters that are from the anime. It's actually going to be characters from the game concept. Now the reason why they did this is because there really isn't that much content from an anime to manga perspective, right? Just because it's like the manga is already completed, I believe, if I recall. The anime is on season 2. There's really not much to go for. So just so everyone is aware, there's going to be original characters with original storylines. So if we look at number 1 here, right, you can see a mysterious gate spanning dimensions created by unknown kaiju that were supposedly neutralized. Hold on a sec. We're supposedly neutralized in the past, along with possessing unknown abilities, are now invading through the dimension. Number 2 here is identify kaiju that were supposedly neutralized. Our kaiju number 1 and 2 is confirmed, so those are the 2 kaijus. And the closing order was zero restriction. Closer is a newly formed special unit to fight these kaiju. So that's going to be kind of your role. The secondary thing we're going to have here are memories. experience the story of the kaiju number 8 from the original manga and manhwa. So this is going to be from the actual manga. So this is kind of good that they've separated the two, which I think will give a lot of people a lot of time to process the new content, which is the original stories, which you can see the two characters there, and then this will be the memories from the actual manga or manga, and including the anime, right? And then of course the character stories as well too, an original story mode focusing on each defense officer's like past, present, future, what they're all about. So that's going to give you guys a general sense of what to look forward to for your characters if you are interested to know more about them. And then of course lastly, the characters themselves. So these are going to be some original characters you guys can see. For example, this is full movie here coming soon for Sagan, an orphan of disaster, was adopted in the Shinomiya family and became Kakuru's adoptive older sister. She serves as the captain of the closer, and this is, I believe, a tank character. She holds a massive shield here. She is in the trailer as well too. And then we have ourselves Kaiju number 8, of course, which is probably the most known. So one thing they did mention, apparently I wasn't aware of this, is that Kafka is actually going to be a different character than Kaiju number 8. So you guys can see here's a little bit of a trailer for the character, right? You guys can see right there. And this is obviously fighting some of the new original mobs versus fighting some of the actual manga mobs too as well, right? So there you guys go. That is going to be Kaiju number 8 in the game. Now you guys can check out any of these trailers. I'll put the link of this video, a link of this in the description, so you guys can check out everybody. Here's Kafka, of course. This is the main character, the old man, pretty much me. And then we have Reno, Kikuru, Shishiro, etc. So we have ourselves some characters here that are going to be available for you to summon on early on. Plus, you get a choice to pick some of these guys right from the get-go with that selector. So make sure you guys pre-register and join right away. So there you guys go. That is going to be essentially the characters that are currently there. Is Jen, there's Iharu, Haruchi, Ao, ISO. Now some of these characters are probably going to be 4-star characters and 3-star characters. Keep that in mind when you are looking for characters to summon on. There's me right there, man. That's straight up me right there. Love his tech armor, by the way. Right, he's got a massive tech, I believe. So he's also getting Kaiju's also getting some coming soon stuff. So keep a lookout here for more content, guys, from this site if you're looking for some character design as well as what these characters are all about. And then of course there's the system right here, how it all works. So neutralize, engage in strategic combat based battle to neutralize Kaiju, where some controls mean deep strategy. Select your defense force officer, skill to attack, and then when Kaiju's core is exposed, unleash devastating ultimates. Now you guys are aware, as I mentioned before, all these Kaiju here all have all of these shields. So once you break the shields off, then you can actually start hitting the HP. You guys can see there's buffs and debuffs on opponents as well as yourself, and of course the character class. Plus there's auto and speed you can do and speed up. Ultimates change the course of combat with gameplay. Changing ultimates, witness the defense force officers, spectacular attacks, brought to life with stunning high-end graphics, and then squad setup. You guys can see it's a 4-man squad for the most part. They'll probably add more to it eventually, but that's how that works. And then reinforcement and enhancement. Of course, you can level up your characters, enhance weapons, get their skills up, etc. So this is all going to be included in the game. And then of course the story mode itself, which you can discover through the original story as well as the existing manga story. So there you guys go. There's the full-on information on Kaiju number 8. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.